Trump made a big mistake when he attacked Pope Leo XIV and then posted an image of himself as Jesus Christ. What Trump doesn't seem to understand is that the Pope isn't a typical political rival. He doesn't depend on votes, ratings, clicks, or public approval cycles. The Pope represents something far more durable. The Catholic Church, a 2,000-year-old institution. There are about 1.4 billion Catholics in the world, over 70 million in the United States, and more than 2 billion Christians globally. That's not an audience you can reshape with a Truth Social post you fire off while you're sitting on the toilet, because faith doesn't work like that. For devout Catholics, the Pope is the Vicar of Christ. That title traces directly to the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus said to the Apostle Peter, "On this rock I will build my church," and gave him the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Every pope since has been considered a direct successor to Peter in an unbroken line spanning 2,000 years. When Pope Leo speaks about peace and human dignity, Catholics do not hear a politician giving an opinion. They hear the person they believe carries the authority Christ himself delegated. Christianity has survived the Roman persecutions. It outlasted the fall of the Western Roman Empire. It endured the Protestant Reformation. Nothing in its history suggests it bends easily to political pressure. And history has a clear warning for leaders who elevate themselves to the level of God. In the book of Acts, King Herod accepted the worship of a crowd that called him a god rather than a mortal. Scripture says he was struck down immediately. Maybe that's why the image depicting Trump as Jesus has disappeared from Trump's social media account last night. Trump picked a fight with someone who is much more powerful than he is. Here's what Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who is a Trump ally, had to say. Quote, "I find President Trump's words about the Holy Father unacceptable. The Pope is the head of the Catholic Church, and it is right and normal for him to call for peace and to condemn all forms of war." And here is what the Pope had to say.
I don't want to get into a debate with him. I don't think that the message of the gospel is meant to be abused in the way that some people are doing. And I will continue to speak out loudly against war, looking to promote peace, promoting dialogue and multilateral relationships among the states, to look for just solutions to problems. Too many people are suffering in the world today. Too many innocent people are being killed. And I think someone has to stand up and say, there's a better way to do this.